Money is spiritual in nature. And when we talk about something being spiritual, it simply means that there's a spirit behind it. There's a spirit behind money. Now, the spirit behind money is what we call money. What you are holding or what you spend virtually every day is not really called money, it's called cash or it's called currency. But money itself is a name. It's the name of not a legal tender, because that is what many people think it is. And it's the name of the legal tender. Like our legal tender here is called Naira. One in the US is called dollar. But they believe that that is money. Anything that is being used as a medium of exchange is money. Yes, you're quite right when it comes to linguistics. But when it comes to the supernatural, money is not just cash. Money is not just currency. Money is a spirit. Money is a what? Money is a what, everybody? Money is a spirit. Money is a spirit. Money is a spirit. Like I said last week, this is one spirit or one invisible entity that regulates the movement of money, that coordinates the motion of money, the motion of currency, the motion of cash. Cash moves in the direction of that spirit. Cash moves in the direction of that spirit. That spirit goes ahead of currency. The bearing of that spirit is what determines the movement of money or cash. When that spirit is going in this direction, cash goes in this direction. When that spirit is going in this direction, cash goes in this direction. When that spirit is going in this direction, cash does what? I'm not hearing somebody. It goes in this direction. So it is the spirit of money that determines the direction that cash goes. Does somebody understand what I just said now? Is it the spirit of what? Of what everybody? Money. That what? That determines the direction of what? Of what everybody has. They're not following me. Some of you like don't. The spirit of money that dictates the movement of cash. The movement of cash. So you don't need to understand that. Nothing else determines and dictates the movement of cash or currency or that paper that you always work for. You work for almost every day or every month. You collect at the end of the month. For those who are working as employees, for those who are business people, you pursue virtually every day of your life. That paper, that legal tender, is subject to the spirit of money. It's subject to the spirit of money. There's a spirit behind money. There's a spirit behind the movement, the motion, and the bearing of the currency called money. It's important for you to understand that because this is the fundamentals of money. The fundamentals of money. So when this spirit becomes your companion, when this spirit comes in contact with you, or more so when this spirit comes into your life, there is no way you will lack the currency of money. You will never lack it. The spirit of money makes you have the currency of money in abundance. And also the spirit of money makes you operate in a financial realm whereby you will not lack cash. You will not lack what? You can't have that spirit and lack cash. You can't have that spirit and lack the currency of money. So it is the presence of the spirit of money in the life of a person that actually determines the measure of cash he or she. This is what so many people are dying for. And you won't blame them because that is the way the world thinks. The world thinks that money is all about these people. And that's why they pursue this paper all the days of their lives, which is meant to be pursuing them. This thing is meant to be pursuing people. Hello. This thing is meant to be pursuing people. It's meant to be coming after people. It's meant to be thronging after people. But the reason why people seem to be running after this is because they have the kind of mindset that makes them behave in such a way by which this thing will be running away from them. The mindset that people need to have is a spiritual mindset. The mindset that this thing is not just money, this is cash. This is currency. What determines the flow of this thing is the spirit. So once you have the spirit in your life, there's no way money in this form will not be in abundance in your life. Let me tell you this. Once you have the spirit of money in your life, once you have the spirit of money in your life, anywhere you put money, money will never cease being there. Money will never what? Cease being there. One of the places you put money is your pocket. Is that not so? If your pocket is empty, the spirit is far. If your pocket is what? I hope I'm talking to people. If your pocket is empty, your bank account is empty, your purse is empty, your bag is empty, your closet is empty. Maybe some of you have actually abandoned some clothes and use those clothes as your home safe. You know, like myself, I actually use my suit, one of my abandoned suits, as home safe. Whenever I want to keep money, I keep money there. Even my wife knows quite well that anytime I keep money is easy. That's my own safe. Money is always in that place. Simply because of the spirit of money in my life. Are you getting what I'm saying? There's no time I have ever lacked money. Let me tell you, just as I have money in my pocket, there's money in my house. And I'm not earning salary. Ministry is not paying me. But I know how to work. How to not just attract the spirit of money, but maintain and retain that spirit. For you to have the spirit of money in your life, you must do certain things that attract the spirit of money, because there are certain conducts, certain practices, or let me also say it this way, certain traditions that attract the spirit of money. And not only attract the spirit of money, but also maintains the spirit of money in your life. Because one thing about that spirit is that that spirit can come and go. It is easy for that spirit to come, and it's also easy for that spirit to what? To go. What makes that spirit come is when you are applying some spiritually monitoring laws. Some monitoring laws that are spiritual in nature. I hope I'm getting that. Somebody's getting what I'm saying. Spiritual laws that are monitoring in nature. They are there in scriptures. As you apply them, you attract the presence of that spirit. And once that spirit comes into your life, even though you cannot see that spirit, but it's an invisible entity, you begin to see the effects of the presence of that spirit. One of the major effects, if not the major, is that there's no way you will lack money. There's no way. One of the major effects of that spirit is that you will always have this thing in what? In abundance. I hope I'm talking to people who. So you need to change your mindset about money. Don't value this thing to the point in which people come to you for help financially and you decline. Don't value this, because declining to help people when you have the means is a show of love for money. A list of things that are important to you in their order of importance. Hello? In their what? A list of things in their order of importance. Number one actually is the most important thing to you. Number two should be second. Number three should be third. Number four should be fourth. Number fifth, like that. So which one is number one? If you miss that scale of preference, the spirit of money will never come to you. What is number one? Number one is what? Number one is the kingdom. What does it? The kingdom is number one. You must have that scale of preference. The kingdom is number one. Number two, people. Number three, your family. The last one, yourself. The kingdom must come first. If you mess it up, you put yourself first, and you put the kingdom last, or you put the kingdom elsewhere rather than first, the spirit of money will be far from you. Say, seek ye first the what? The kingdom of God. Is that what it says? Seek ye first the what? The kingdom of God and His word. And all these things shall what? Now Jesus is indeed painting a picture of how the spirit of money operates. That when you seek the kingdom, the spirit that is in charge of the flow of currency will ensure that instead of you pursuing it, it will be coming to you. It will be what? Coming to you. Why? Because the kingdom is first. The kingdom of God is first. I won't talk about the kingdom being first, but talk about the work of God being of utmost priority. than any other thing. The advancement of the kingdom is of utmost priority than any other thing. The propagation of the gospel, the funding of the gospel, the funding of God's work is the most important thing, because that is how you see the kingdom. As money enters into your hand, the first thing that comes to your mind is your tithe. Listen to it. You know the reason why most people give tithes, and they wonder why their tithing seems not to be working. The reason why is simply because they don't pay tithe first. When money enters into their hands, what they do is that they start spending the money before removing the tithe. Once money enters your hand, remove tithe first. Does somebody understand what I just said now? When you do that, you are seeking first the kingdom. But once money enters into people's hands, they will first and foremost buy food stuff in the house. I mean, is that what some people do that? They really know that. They buy food stuffs, they stockpile their house with food stuff, and it's actually out of the leftovers that they want, they pay tithes. That is one of the reasons why tithing seems not to be working in people's lives, because it doesn't come first. Your tithing must come first for it to work. Your tithing must come first for it to provoke an open heaven. Your tithing must come first for it to rebuke the devourer. Your tithing must come first for all the promises attached to tithing to begin to speak in your life. So once you consider the kingdom first, put the kingdom first. Don't put the kingdom second, because God and His kingdom, both of them don't like to be in second position. There's only one position that God will always accept, and that is what first. You put Him in another position, He rejects it. God does not like any other position but first. And God and His kingdom are one. God and His kingdom are one. Hello. What did I just say now? God and His kingdom are one. Just like the king and the kingdom, they are one. The advancement of the kingdom must be the most important thing to you financially. Hello. Once you put the kingdom first, the spirit of money becomes your companion. That is why I've never seen anybody, prioritizing the kingdom above his or her own personal life that ever lacks money. I have never seen it. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I've never seen anybody prioritizing the kingdom above self that ever lacks money. I've never seen it. Prioritizing the kingdom above self makes you enter a realm of financial abundance. You can't enter the realm of financial abundance without prioritizing the kingdom, because there is a force. There is a force that propels you into that realm, propels you into that dimension, and that force is called the spirit of money. But that force can never ever come into action in your favor unless you put the kingdom. You put the kingdom what? Very important. So you must have the right scale of preference for you to attract the spirit of money. You must have the right scale of preference. Our scales of preference as individuals are wrong. That is why we are struggling financially. That's why we are struggling. Because the kingdom doesn't come first. Listen to me. When money enters my hand, my tithe first. My tithe first. The money coming on Sunday, my tithe first. And as a result of that, I am experiencing financial abundance. I know what this thing I'm teaching you is from experience. If you want to enjoy financial abundance, let the kingdom be what? Be first. And how do you make the kingdom first? When money enters your hand, the first thing you must consider, remove your tithe. You do otherwise, you'll be struggling financially. When the spirit of money is in the life of a person, some people, wherever they are, they will always be mindful of blessing him or her financially. That is a custodian of the spirit of money. A custodian of the spirit of money is somebody that people will be restless until they help him or her. That's a custodian of the spirit of money. People will be restless until they help him. In fact, whenever people come in contact with you, even if it is the first time they are meeting you, something will be moving them to give you money. It works like a spell. Hello. Ah, Jesus. It works like a spell. The spirit of money works like a spell. Life is spiritual. Life is what? So you must be spiritual to enjoy this life. If you are not spiritual, you can't enjoy this life. And it's not possible. Don't let anybody tell you it's only by hard work. Those people that are hard working, they have a spiritual backup. A spiritual what? When you are sleeping, they know what they do. They work hard in the day, but they become something else in the night. You think all these people are making money by hard work? There is a spiritual side to their wealth. So if you don't have a spiritual side, you are not depending on the supernatural, you can't compete with them. You can't what? You can't compete. That's what I'm teaching you today. Do you know that they understand that money is a spirit? They understand that money is a spirit. That is why they do what they are told to do in order to keep the spirit, so that the currency can keep on coming. You have to what? You have to have the right scale of preference. The kingdom must come first. You must seek first the kingdom. You must what? Finance the kingdom. You must be a stakeholder in advancing the kingdom financially. Once you do that, I can assure you that there is no way the spirit of money will not come into your life and stay. Hallelujah. You mustn't just do it once in a while. You mustn't just do it once in a blue moon. You must make such conduct your tradition, your values, your lifelong conduct. Hallelujah. Whatever you do with money first is actually your God. It's actually your word. It's actually your word. When money enters your hand, and the first thing you think of doing is to go to a boutique, that means that what? Fashion is your word. Talk to me now. Fashion is your word. When the first thing that comes to your mind is, when money enters your hand, is to go and drink, what is your God? Yeah. So your scale of preference is so important if you really want to attract the spirit of money. You want to see the spirit of money at work in your life, you must ensure that you have the right scale of preference. Don't put the kingdom last. Don't put the kingdom in any other position in that scale of preference. Put the kingdom first. Put the kingdom what? Put the kingdom what, everybody? Put the kingdom first. The kingdom must come first.